Oh, you thought you were loved and valued? So sorry, my opponent. You've been deceived. Look at how the king trashed you just by a single word from me. Take your filthy things and leave. You are nothing more than a leech in this kingdom. Once upon a time, in a powerful kingdom, there lived a king. He was not just any king, but a fearless warrior, highly skilled in battle, a man whose very shadow commanded respect. He is often described as tall, broad-shouldered, with a fierce gaze that pierced into the souls of men. His eyes alone could make warriors fearless and enemies tremble. When he walked into the courtyard, even the bravest captains lowered their heads in silence. This king was charismatic, persuasive, and commanding, a natural leader chosen by both man and the gods. People followed him not just out of fear, but also out of admiration, for his voice thundered like the heavens, and his presence was like fire in the cold night. But let me tell you, even the greatest of men carry flaws. This mighty king was known for his quick temper and pride. His anger, like lightning, could destroy everything in its path. When he was pleased, the palace was filled with joy and laughter. But when he was angered, the palace trembled as if thunder had fallen from the skies. Still, in spite of these faults, every maiden longed to be associated with him, for greatness, whether sweet or bitter, is always desired. Now, this great king had three wives: Oba, Oya, and Oshun, and each wife was not just ordinary. Each carried her own strength, her own story, her own power. Oba was known as the wife of sacrifice and devotion. She was loyal, dutiful, and deeply committed to her husband. Her heart beat only for him, and she longed above all else to be his most beloved. Yet in that longing, jealousy sometimes clouded her eyes. She loved the king dearly and wanted to please him at all cost, even if it meant bending truth into trickery. Oya, on the other hand, was fire wrapped in the body of a woman. They called her the tempest of change and power, a walking lioness, fierce, bold, and independent. In times of war, she did not sit behind palace walls. No, Oya rode beside the king into battle. Her courage was unmatched, and her storms matched his fire. They were equals in passion and in fury. Some say it was Oya herself who gave him the secrets to winning battles, whispering to him the mysteries of lightning and wind. And then there was Oshun, of love and fertility, the very picture of beauty and grace, gentle, graceful, deeply feminine. Her laughter was like flowing waters over stones. If beauty were a person, it would be her. Oshun was known not only for her kindness, but also for her pride. She did not stay where she was not valued. She was the protector of women and children, a mother to the barren, a healer to the wounded. To the king, Oshun was the beloved, often described as the king's favorite because of her charm and soothing nature. When the king's fire burned too fiercely, Oshun was the ice that calmed him down. But as in every palace, jealousy and rivalry brewed like fire under ashes. Among the three wives, the desire to be the most loved, the most favored, burned in their hearts. One day, Oba grew very envious of Oshun's beauty and the way the king favored her. Day after day, She watched as the king smiled at Oshun, as he reached for her hand, as he listened to her voice with delight. And in her heart, envy took root. She devised a dark plan that would change the story of the palace forever. Oba went to Oshun in secret, her voice dripping with false sweetness. She whispered, "Dear Oshun, if you truly want the king to love you more than me, there is a way. Cut off your ear and cook it in his food. When he eats of it, your flesh, of course, he will never leave you." Oshun, not knowing it was a cruel trick, believed her. She loved the king dearly and longed to keep his heart. So, in her innocence, she obeyed. With trembling hands, she cut off her ear and prepared the king's favorite soup, stirring it with tears of both pain and hope. When the king sat to eat, he lifted the first morsel to his lips, but as he chewed, his eyes fell upon something strange, a human ear, floating in his meal. His face darkened, his fist clenched. The hall grew silent. Thunder rolled across the skies. Oba, who had been hiding and watching closely, rushed out and cried, "My king! My lord, I said it! I told you! Do you see now? It is Oshun! She has tried to poison you! This was no accident. This was her wickedness laid before you." The king, blinded with rage and disgust, believed her words. His voice roared like a storm. "Oshun, you, whom I loved, you, whom I cherished, you have betrayed me. Leave my palace at once, for you are cursed in my sight." Oshun, filled with pride and disappointment, could not argue. She felt less valued, unworthy in the face of such accusation. She walked out of the palace gates, her heart shattered, her spirit heavy with pain. As she left, Oba stood at the gate, mocking her with cruel laughter. In her shame and sorrow, Oshun ran far away from the palace. She wept bitterly. Her tears fell like rain upon the earth. She wept for love lost, for betrayal suffered, for a heart misunderstood. And as her tears flowed, they gathered into streams, and streams into rivers, and rivers into mighty waters. She called upon her divine powers, and with her last cry of pain, she transformed into a river. That river became sacred, flowing with her beauty, her fertility, and her love. Women came to her waters to seek children, and men prayed there for prosperity. To this day, the river of Oshun still flows, carrying her love, her sorrow, and her power. The story of Oshun is not just a tale. A river still flows till date. The Oshun River runs through Osogbo in Osun State, Nigeria, and is considered sacred to the Yoruba people. Along its bank lies the Osun-Osogbo Sacred Grove, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, where people still honor the goddess every year during the Osun-Osogbo Festival. Our waters is believed to bring fertility, healing, and prosperity. And so, whenever you hear the name Osun, remember, she is not only a goddess of love and beauty in our story, but a living presence whose river continues to bless generations. Thank you for watching. What other stories have you heard about the Osun River? Please share in the comment section. Subscribe to this YouTube channel for more stories. Like and share this video till I bring more soothing stories to your view. Bye.